I'll get into it here in a second, but I just want to note kind of the overarching idea of the winning website formula is that most websites are broken. Most websites are not built for the other people that are coming to the websites. A lot of times they're built to kind of satiate the ego of the owner of the company or the leadership of the company. And so thus, they're kind of braggy. And they're not really built to get customers. So I'm going to pull up my slides here. We're going to talk a little bit more through this. All right. So here's the winning website formula for 2025. I just like to give people a little bit of the background of our company just so you can kind of hear what I'm saying. We've done over a couple hundred home service business websites, and we're very, very excited to help more people improve their website, whether it be working with us on the website or teaching you how to do a little bit of this as well. 30 people in-house, only work with roofing and home services. We do custom websites, transparent PPC, and consistent SEO. As I said, a lot of websites are broken because they're deeply self-obsessed. Even pretty ones. Honestly, a lot of the prettiest ones are the worst offenders. And they focus way too much on the company and not enough on the customer. And number 3, they give no trust or differentiation. So a lot of times let's just say the first couple websites, because the first couple websites as a new business, we don't realize, we think everyone coming to that website will already know us. So when we start to get traffic from places like SEO or PPC or Facebook ads, that there's a problem that when they come into the website, they don't know us very well, and yet our website doesn't help them to trust us. Our website doesn't help them feel comfortable taking action, because really it's anxiety producing choosing a new service provider, right? And you have to do a lot of things to help get trust. So the biggest thing that's broken is there's no trust or differentiation. And number 4, if you spend money getting people to the website and they don't turn into customers, you can waste a ton of money this way. So let's say you spend like a bunch of money on 100 clicks from Google or Facebook, and only one person becomes a customer. If you could do a few things, which I'm going to show you here, to just get it to be so there's 2 people out of 100, then, man, that could be a big improvement in the amount of ROI from your marketing. So this is why we care so much about this. Just going to confirm, can you see my slides?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing that you need for this is strong visual call to actions. So an example is on every single page, and you guys that are in here, go to your website now and look on the top right. Is the call to action or the contact button, is it called out visually in some way? In our case, it's called out with yellow here and it says, let's get started. Go to the website, make sure that that's called out at the top of every page. So 1, you have at least that on every single page of the website on the menu, the call to action called out. And then in this case, we also have the give us a call, either with a icon or as a top bar to help draw people to that call to action. So that's really important. And I see Johnny, sorry, I just want to shout out Johnny. He said he's coming to the event here in January at Hook Agency. Thank you for that. That's awesome. And then we've got another example of a call to action here. If you want to lead with a form a lot of times on the home page and on selling pages. So in our case, we not only just have a form there, but we also have right next to it, we have these trust factors like the Google rating and the Better Business Bureau and the Facebook rating. right next to this form that says reach out for a free quote. So we want to have a form right up top so that they don't have to click through even to get to another page. And then lastly, every single interior page on the website should have a call to action at the end. So in this case, this is a HVAC website, and at the bottom, our team built this beautiful call to action that's like ultimate comfort awaits. And it's on the page, on the end of the page, on every single web page on the site. Number two, there will be 5 major things that your website should have. And if you get these right, you're going to get a lot more leads. Number 2 is testimonials and other trust factors. So as you can see, we got the 4.9 Google rating and the 5.0 Facebook rating. We've also got the slider that it automatically slides through these reviews. And I like when these reviews kind of look like almost like a widget rather than they look so designed that they don't look like they could just be being pulled directly from Google, because it looks more like it's live. But I think one thing, and this is something that I don't feel like we always get right, and let's say, anyone else that's on this,
Note taker.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Anyone that's on this thing that's like worked with us or wanting to work with us, something that could be improved is that every single one of these, like if you could just limit it to testimonials or reviews where we can get a smiling face of the person who left it. Because how much more does this review do for you than just like a little icon of a person, right? It's a smiling guy. It's Kelvin. Kelvin said this company is good. And I feel like I know Kelvin just from his mustache. So to me, the ability to have photos for each person and then to have the Google review and then the 5-star, we call that a trustimonial. So not just getting the person's name or something like that, but getting the smiling face, the Google logo or wherever it was left, and then the 5-star icon, and then an excerpt of the review, I call that a trustimonial. More examples, just a basic, like, here are the 3 ratings from these 3 places. Another trust factor is logos of places that are products that you install or certifications that you have. And I think that that's a big one that you can do if you have the manufacturer's certifications, and you can apply those in different areas on the website and say, hey, here's what we have for certifications. This is a really specific looking section, but I want you guys to take note of what it's doing well. So, what do we have? We've got a smiling face. First of all, this guy looks pretty nice. He looks like a trustworthy guy. He's got a collar on. This signature is good. Like if you got a good signature, play that up. And then we've got this 100% client satisfaction, whatever your guarantee is. And note, this one has their logo on it, but it looks official. It looks like a badge. We call that badge value. And there is a value even to just making your guarantee look like a badge that looks essentially like it's redeemable and it looks real. And when we've seen this, I've actually tested this on an e-commerce website when I was doing design for a lot of different types of businesses. I tested it. I came up with badges myself, and I tested them next to an add to cart button. And for the product that I was testing it on, and the time that I tested it, and it was less than a month, but we had a lot of traffic from paid ads. And just having 2 badges right next to the add to cart button, in our case it was, I think, made in the USA and fast and free shipping, and it literally doubled sales. So badges like this, and especially if they kind of match the look and feel of the website but look official, can really increase the likelihood that somebody feels comfortable at the time to press the button to get a quote or whatever it is. All right, number 3, emotionally persuasive imagery and headlines. So we have HVAC client here, and they have so much going on that's good on this homepage, right? We got that Google rating that's a widget. We've got the quick call outs of the differences between them and other companies. But this family, like you're comfortable. This is the owners and their family, and it's comfy and it's real. And to me, that's what makes it so persuasive. And if you go down the website, it also shows more pictures of them and their family and their guarantees and why they work the way that they do. Another example, I know that we always talk smack about stock images. And yes, it's not always ideal, but in this case, I want you to note that this is a great usage of a stock photo because it's not focused on the company. It's focused on the family that you're going to help. And in this case, what are we seeing here? Like, what is this subtly showing, this family photo? I see a young couple looking at their kids. And in this case, this is for a windows company, windows and doors. And they're looking at their kids and they're enjoying them, being comfortable and looking out the window. So they're enjoying their kids, enjoying the product. And anything that shows the customer in a family setting enjoying the product or enjoying the benefits of the product, it is a very persuasive, although maybe a little bit subconscious photo. What I want to call your attention to is the mirror effect. So in design and in marketing, if we look and see somebody smiling on the website, what does it make us want to do? Smile. It makes us want to smile. So we subconsciously react, whether we realize it or not, we subconsciously react to what we're looking at. And I'm a marketer, so this might be unusual, but like when I type an emoji, I often make the face as I'm typing it. I don't know if anyone else does that. But there is a subconscious, there's scientific research that talks about how the human brain, when it sees an emotion, it wants to create that emotion. That's why if you ever look at our YouTube channel at Hook Agency or youtube.com/Hook Agency, go subscribe if you're not. You'll see that a lot of times we have strong emotions and you'll see this all over YouTube, right? The whoa, like all these different emotions. We're trying to elicit an emotion from the person that's looking at it, including curiosity and surprise. And so you can use that to your benefit on your website by showing smiling, happy customers. And here's one more example. We've got that badge, plus it's the business owner with a happy homeowner. And the pledge of 100% satisfaction to the clients. All right, number 4, an emphasis on search engine optimization. I'm going to take a drink here. Based on what I've said so far, does anyone have any questions while I'm taking this swig? What questions do you have about those first 3 sections? If you throw it in the chat, I'll answer it here. Otherwise, I'll get back to it. All right, excuse my coughing. All right, number 4, an emphasis on search engine optimization. So I'm showing here that we've got a frequently asked questions section. And one note is that this allows us to increase the amount of content on each page. And that's really important because Google eats content. It's hungry for context of what's going on this page, and it's trying to understand what this page is about. So in this case, we're giving additional topics that we know the person that searched the main topic might want to know about. But it also communicates this idea like, we want you to be answering these questions that you get in the sales process on your website. Brad said, just joined in. Did you go over any of the first fold headline stuff? I did earlier, and I will note that we are going to be sending out the full video at the end of it. But I'll come back to that as well, Brad, okay? So I will, I think my next one also talks a little bit about the above the fold, but I'll get into that as well, Brad. Oh my goodness. So, answering questions that people have in the sales process. A great book on this is They Ask You Answer. The main idea is like when your salespeople get an objection or a question often, then put that down on your list of things to potentially make a piece of content about. So you can actually get this resource from our website, hookagency.com/TAYA. hookagency.com/TAYA. And for those watching live, Jack is putting it in the chat. Just press copy. It's a spreadsheet that will essentially be a place for you to gather all of your They Ask You Answer questions. So my big thing is bringing all the questions and all of the main objections that your salespeople get and collecting them in one place and then choosing whether or not to make a piece of content about them. That's going to be your best content, and it's also going to help your SEO, because if people in the sales process are asking it, then people are also asking it on Google and on other search engines, or on ChatGPT, where now you can be cited if you're the one answering the question. So that's a big reason why we use frequently asked questions on the website pages, but also in blog posts and videos alternatively. All right, this section illustrates another key topic, which is you want to have landing pages for each of the main cities that you serve. So in this case, it's a section on the home page that links off to all the pages. The main thing is each one of those pages, your location plus roofing, plus HVAC, plus plumbing, plus whatever service you have, your company, your city name plus that is a massive opportunity. If you have a page for each one of those cities or towns, and then Google, it's essentially like when somebody's Googling that, they know they serve that page up, and you're more likely to get higher when you have specific ones for specific cities and towns. So if you don't have that, that might be the number one thing that I'd go do now. If you don't have these location pages, then that's a big opportunity. And I was kind of talking about blogging earlier. The main thing, because blogging is kind of easy now with ChatGPT, right? So the main thing that you need to know is it's easy for everyone else too. And the biggest thing is that you have to learn how to do keyword research. So we just put out a couple videos recently on this on our website or on our YouTube, but you can always go to hookagency.com/DIY and get it's essentially 11 or 12 videos just on the topic of how to do SEO yourself. So even if you didn't work with Hook Agency, we give everything that we know away. The biggest thing is keyword research. How to do keyword research, how to get topics that people are actually searching, and to make those topics diligently and consistently. Because I remember 2 years ago when AI got big, and I was almost scared for our business because I was like, oh God, they can all do it themselves. Oh no. But I remember like taking note because I was like, I don't know if these AI blogs are gonna rank. So somebody said that they were doing it themselves, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch their stuff. And I learned a completely different lesson than I set out to learn, which was a year later or 6 months later, I checked their website and they had stopped after about 10 blog posts. And I don't know if you know this, but you're going to need a lot more than 10 blog posts to do anything really that substantial with SEO. You're going to need a lot. You're going to actually need to be consistent. And it's not just about the amount. It's about staying consistent. So every month after month, doing more content. Why do blogs matter? They matter because we want to create authority on the website and we want to get more people onto the website. And we also want to get links from other people that find those blogs useful. All of this makes our website into a kind of a more of a booming place versus a ghost town. And the more traffic we get, it allows us to rank for other things like city name plus roofing or city name plus cooling or whatever. So, very important to create more content on a regular basis. And then the other principle here is interlinking. So a lot of times we'll include this section at the end of a page where it just automatically includes blog posts and it's linking off to them. But in your website, one of the things that you should be doing, besides getting backlinks from other websites, is linking to all the pages that you want to rank more often. So for instance, if you have a page that you really want to rank and it's not working, go to the pages that do have traffic and link at the top of that thing. So sometimes, let's see, like people get blog traffic and they're like, I don't know why this is useful. Well, if you ranked for, let's say, top siding colors of 2025, right? That's a great blog post. And if it got a lot of traffic, but you don't know what's good about that, we'll link to your city name plus siding page at the top of the blog post. That's the type of stuff where then you're sharing the authority of the blog with the landing page that actually makes you money. So you want to get traffic and then you want to share the authority with the stuff that you want to make you money. So there's a lot more complexity to this SEO topic. But suffice it to say, you want to have the right types of templates on your website, like location landing pages, like great looking blog posts, and key service pages to make sure that you can continually add new content on the website. Because your website should not be a stiff, stale place. It should be an ever-growing bucket of content. And hopefully some guy in your team has arms like this guy in the middle. Like, look at those arms. Jeez. Look at those triceps. That's crazy. I worked out my triceps this morning and I don't have that. That guy, I'm not sure I've seen a roofer with that big of arms, but all right. I appreciate it. It's badass. All right, let's get into it. Number 5, really clear key differentiating features. So I want to just show you some examples. We do this at the top of landing pages all the time. You essentially come up with 3 things that you want to push. Like in this case, we got same-day service, an installation guaranteed, lifetime guarantee, and then financing available, quick approvals, right? Those are the 3 quick things. People's default when they think of these is like, we are customer service driven. Put that up there. Put that up on the whiteboard, right? We are high quality materials. We are whatever, right? It's these things that are super easy to come up with and quick that suck. Why do they suck? Because everyone else thought the exact same thing. So you have to dig a little deeper and try to get ones that are actually unique that somebody else is not going to say. This one's ultra fast turnaround time, manufacturer trained and certified installers, and then complete home analysis solution. This one's thoroughly clean your property of construction debris, certifications with Brava authorized, GAF Master Elite, and Owens Corning Preferred, and all roofs come with a minimum 15-year workmanship guarantee. These are really good ones. I think these ones are smart. And this is all examples of the things that you would, I know that Brad just was talking about above the fold. We want each of these things to be above the fold. I'm going to circle back real quick. So actually, I'm going to the full formula. Strong visual call to actions. Above the fold, right away, right on the menu, we got a button called out. So make sure your website has that now or add it. Maybe don't add it now because we're doing this webinar. But 2, testimonials and other trust factors like these badges or your manufacturers. And I also think all of this is above the fold. Like in this case, this should be all above the fold. Like trust factors, a bunch of trust factors. When I'm doing a design or I'm like working with my team to come up with our strategy for designing hundreds of home service business websites, we're looking at how can we get a lot of trust above the fold before they scroll. So things like these badges help. 3, emotionally persuasive images and headlines. We want to make the ideal customer the hero of the story and help them imagine themselves working with you. Like we talked about the mirror effect. I haven't mentioned the making the customer the hero thing yet. So I'm going to just cover that briefly. I mentioned the book, They Ask You Answer. If there was one other book I might recommend, there's a book called Building a Story Brand. And it talks about how you want your website and your marketing story to be kind of like a Pixar story. There's a hero, which is the homeowner. There's a guide, which is your company or you. There's challenges, which there's no good Pixar story without a major thing that goes wrong, right? There has to be challenges. What are the challenges that you know that the homeowner has? So we're calling those out. We're showing those visually. And there has to be character transformation. They used to be distressed about what I should do about my roof. They used to be sweating because it was too hot in the house. They used to be confused at the process to deal with insurance or to get a replacement in the same day or whatever it happens to be, right? And then they had transformation where they became confident in their ability to get it handled. And the guide showed them the promised land, which is that it's going to get taken care of and the process will be clean and easy. And there may be some challenges along the way, but we're going to get through them together, right? So you have 2 possible futures, heaven and hell. Heaven is we're getting this taken care of with the guide that shows us the way. And hell is it breaks and is problematic because we've maybe tried to go with the cheapest possible solution. And you want to actually kind of talk through these things in the content on your website. So that book to read further on that topic is called Building a Story Brand. Those are my 2 book recommendations that will help you a lot in your marketing, but also help you with having a winning website. Building a Story Brand, They Ask You Answer. Number 4, an emphasis on search engine optimization throughout the process. Once again, we just want to have the right templates on the website, like your location plus service landing pages, like your main service landing pages, like your blog posts that are clean. Sometimes those blog post pages get they're just ugly. You want to actually make sure those are good because a lot of times a lot of your traffic will be coming through there, and if they're not having a good experience, they might bounce. And then number 5, really clear differentiating features or unique value propositions. What can your competitors not say? That is what leads to a lead-winning website. And I want to throw out there one thing more about the differentiating features. If you're at a loss about what's a real differentiating feature, one, my team obviously can help you come up with them if you're ever doing some work with us on a website or SEO or whatever. But another way to do it is go look at your reviews right now. Look at your last 10, 20 reviews. Scan for topics that keep coming up. Get the real thing that your customers mention in the reviews and use the language that they use to mirror back to them on the website. So if you take a review and it says they were super lightning fast and easy to deal with, and you put that as a headline, can you imagine how much more somebody's going to react if it's like a real authentic thing that a customer has said as a headline? So the more things you want to pull from actual customer language, the better your marketing is going to get because it's going to resonate too. And then they're going to remember that, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, they were super easy to deal with. That was awesome. And so you're creating this virtuous cycle, of we do something positive that we're pretty good at, because we're not good at everything. Every business is different. Sometimes we have this strength, sometimes we don't have that strength. So it really comes down to knowing your strengths and to keep pushing into them with the language and the imagery that you're talking about while making the customer the hero. I am going to go back all the way through this. I'm actually going to audit a couple of your websites, and I'm giving you guys the opportunity to grab our 20-point checklist right now. If you just point your phone at the screen and get this and fill out this form. We can also send this out to you guys afterwards, but the audit thing you have to sign up for. So to get an audit, we can send you the checklist, but go here now to get a specific audit. But there's a few people on this, and I want to talk through your website now. So we're going to do this live as well, but if you're watching this later, feel free to get a free audit by doing this. And then, so if you could drop your website in the chat if you're willing to let me analyze it live on this webinar. Maybe everyone's going to be too scared, but I'd love to break down your website and show you exactly how to apply this formula. Tom Clark Roofing, let's go. Tom, I thought you weren't going to be here. Tom had an important meeting, and he still found a way to make it here, which I love. Tom, you the man. All right, let's pull this up.
Actually switch to sharing that screen.
Yes, thank you. So we're going to talk about the winning website formula. I'm going to pull it off to the side because I have my checklist over here. 1 second. Winning website formula. And you're even going to get a score at the end of this, Tom. Are you excited? All right. Everyone tune in, though, because just because this is his website doesn't mean these principles aren't going to apply to yours. And then we'll do yours next, hopefully at least one more. So pop it in the chat if you're open to it. And this is a bold move. All right. Big call to action right away. Boom. We got the big call to action. I would say an improvement to that, even if you get it, which you did, check, I'm going to give you an improvement, which is I think this should be a contrasting color, like red or yellow or just a little bit bolder. Friendly, customer-focused headlines. Trust us with your next project. So that's positive. Your next project. I would say it should be about them, not about you, in a way. This is pretty good, though. I'm going to give it to you if there's a few more of those. We've got you covered. But I always say, get your wee off the website. So we got a we. What else? Do we have any more we's? We got we, right? So if you can kind of try to flip that to say you want a roofing company that documents every step of the way or something like that. Like flip it to be external. I think we've got a little too much we and it's a little too focused on us here. So there's opportunity there. Smiling customers. We have this smiling customer, Jennifer DeMarco. This baby doesn't count. Too small. I'm just kidding. But no, I think like it is plural, smiling customers. So we're not going to give it. But definitely if these reviews had more smilers, if these reviews had more smilers, you'd be golden. So not enough smilers. But this is why sometimes you don't want it to actually be a widget because these reviews pull in and they're all looking generic, and it doesn't quite grab anyone's attention. No one's like interested in what Castle Court Co-op has to say or Carolyn Matz has to say because I can't see who that is. All right, so I'm not going to give you that one. Visual reviews and videos, yes, we this totally counts as visual reviews. A big opportunity, Tom, would be to include a video. Get one video testimonial this year, okay? That would be a massive improvement to this homepage if you could just, and then link it like right here with a big old play button or something. And then have the still image back here be a roof in the background with a smiling customer of like a screenshot of the video, and then put the play button. It'd be so much, it would be sticky. No stretching or distorted images. I don't see any of that. That's just to say this website doesn't like break on mobile or anything like that. I don't see that. So boom, you got that one. Let's see about the menu and whatnot. Everything's working. We're good to go. All right, so you got that. Definitely check your website on mobile is the principle there. Make sure it's mobile friendly. Make sure stuff's not breaking. Not getting distracted by too many offers. If I go to the home page, we've got the financing thing as an offer. Clicks off to Enhancify. And we've got Book Now. And we got Call Now. So no, I don't think you're getting distracted. So number 7 you got. You've got 5 out of 7 so far. Clarity on exactly what you offer right away. Well, roofing and siding, I think, is pretty obvious with the photo and whatnot. You could include that in a headline, roofing, in the headline, or a little bit more clarity there. But no, I think there's clarity. Why is this company different? This reliable upgrades isn't really saying much to me. Bring your home back to life. It doesn't talk about the difference. This could be considered maybe perfect installs. Basically, it's not enough. It's not sticky enough to count as differentiating features. So I'm not going to give you that one. Trust factors feel cleaner branded. I would count the certainty as a trust factor for sure. I'd count these reviews as trust factors, and they are clean. They don't look... it's a little, it's not like perfect or anything, but it's generally professional looking. So I'm going to give you that one. Interior pages have a clear call to action. So I go to the interior pages. Do this on your website now if you're watching. I go to the end of the page, and there should be a button. So if I read this page, what do I do now? Just read? Or do you want me to do something? So then you have a big banner that says, all right, let's get started on your project. Or however you want to say that, but there should be a call to action at the end of the pages. So we need that call to action. And then we've got socially connected and active on social platforms. I'm not seeing social stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a small thing, but a lot of times people are going to go to social media and try to find you. And so sometimes we give them the social icons just for them to be able to click over and see if you're active. And hey, this is a real company. It's not just like kind of a ghost town. So we don't have that one. 30 plus Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews. I'm going to check this out. Tom Clark Roofing in Pennsylvania. We got 30 plus Google reviews, looking good. So we got that one. Good job. Fully fleshed out Google business profile. This is a huge opportunity for you guys. It's almost more important than your website, which is that this Google business profile is full and comprehensive. So if you don't have, let's say, in this case, you could probably have more content here. The about content, more comprehensive there. You can ask yourself questions. Hey, do you offer financing? And then answer it on your main profile. So you can ask it from a secondary profile and then give the full answer from your profile. And there's a couple other sections you could do. I will say I'm proud of you because you're doing the Google posts. So you're doing that and it's positive. One other thing you could do is you could add, they have products section now on there, and you can add your services as a product. So you could add roof restore, for instance, or roof cleanings and restorations as a service, and roof replacement and storm damage, or whatever it is, right? You can add those with an image. You can kind of make them look nice and have like icons and stuff like that on your Google business profile. I'm going to give this to you because those are kind of next level steps. Upward graph on traffic and keywords. So now we get nerdy for a second. I'm going to pull up the site on on our tool Ahrefs, ahrefs.com, and see what kind of keywords we have. So right now, you have very few keywords on Ahrefs. So the main thing is more content. The things that are ranking are name related and backlinks. So content in the form of location landing pages and blog posts, and then links from other websites. You can literally, like, if your friend's a plumber, you can have them link from their website to yours, and it will help your website on Google. There's other things. If you just Google guest posts, you can get links that way. And there's something called theroofershelper.com where you can go register to be on that website right now. And there's ones for HVAC. There's all kinds of different directories. And a way to look that up is local directory listings. So those are just a few ways to get links now. But you need more links, for sure, Tom. And you need more content on this website.
You have another one in the chat too.
Sweet. And then we're gonna wrap this one up here shortly and get started on the next one. And I'm gonna try to cover it a little bit differently so that we can get some more key tips. Johnny, I'm super excited about doing Nebula Home Services here in a second. All right. We also can look at the links on this website. And when we look at the links, we can sort by best links, show best links only. And essentially, we're looking for a higher URL rating. I know that we didn't have location pages. I know that we don't have a lot of great links to it. I'm not going to beat you up a ton here at the end, but there wasn't 500 words for each of the key service pages, and there wasn't a lot of interlinking as well. So, Tom, there's a lot of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got a 50% on the winning website formula audit. Let us know if we can help you. Otherwise, those are some big opportunities right now. And I'm going to actually I'm going to copy this and paste it so I can give you that later so you can have the checklist.
Slack it to me or something.
Yes. I will get it to Jack here, and then we're going to start on the Nebula one. So we got a roofing one, and now we're going to do an HVAC one. And guys, tune in because you may be missing these exact same things, and you're going to kind of get the system here in a second. Because essentially it's the same. Every single one of these, you'll see common threads. All right, nebulahomeservices.com. And let's pull it up. Let's take a look at it. All right. My first reaction is it's pretty nice looking. And we're going to go through the formula. So a big call to action right away. Cooling, heating, schedule now. Bam, we got it. Friendly customer focus headlines. HVAC services out of this world. So that's a little bit more about you than about the customer, although it's cute and it looks really nice. About you, not the customer. And about you, not the customer. So you're noticing this one looks really nice, but it's missing that one. Smiling customers. Oh, there we go. Boom. Yes, this counts. We've got reviews and we've got we got some smilers. And then visual reviews. I would say that this is close to visual. Actually, this is just text. So I think there actually is an opportunity here where this is just text, just to add a photo of the person who left the review and to add where it was left, Google logo, and a 5-star icon. So this is a big opportunity here with the reviews section. No stretching or distorted images. I don't see anything stretching. I don't think I'm going to see anything distorted. Boom, boom, boom. Looks very nice. Everything's mobile friendly. Not getting distracted by too many offers. So we got a summer specials. So that's one, I'm going to say. We got schedule now. And then we got heating and cooling. I don't think that's too many options. I think that that's pretty solid. So basically, if you want to know more about what that's about, it's sometimes people have like 5 things right away and they're like, go these 5 directions. And the customer is less likely to go further down the website because they're not clear what the next step should be. So you want to have an obvious next step on your website. And generally, you're trying to get that feeling of obvious next step all the way into your form. 8, clarity on exactly what you offer right away. HVAC services, cooling, heating, yes. Boom. Why is this company different? Bullet pointed or featured differentiating features? What I want to note here is you have it. It's right here. Transparency, 8 years of experience, ethical practices, fair prices, strong communication, responsive team. I might consider if there was one thing I would change about this, it would be that it would be higher on the page. And it might be less. Because people aren't always reading a big old list, but they're more likely to read 3 items. So in our experience, 3 is the perfect number for differentiating features. Because I think like things like responsive team could be combined with strong communication, right? Strong, responsive communication. I think you could also combine this, transparent, fair pricing. And you could also do this, 8 years of ethical HVAC experience or whatever you want to do. You could very clearly boil this down a little bit more and then put it higher on the page. But yes, you absolutely get the number 9. Trust factors, feel clean or branded. Trust factors, feel clean or branded. So I'm looking for, okay. See, this is interesting because now we're doing differentiating features again right here. So we had this as differentiating features, and now this feels like another differentiating features section. This is a trust factor, and it feels clean and branded. Other than that, I don't see like this is probably an opportunity. So opportunities with like saying what brands you install, what certifications you have. You could have little badges that say we have this many Google 5-star reviews. We're registered with the BBB. We have this other certification. So I would say badges, like trust factors and badges, is probably an opportunity on this website. And this is probably the closest one we have is the veteran owned. This feels kind of like a badge. I would call these just icons. There's not a lot of meaning to, there's not a ton of meaning to these icons, but veteran owned could absolutely be called out a little bit more and have a little bit more badge quality to it. But yeah, the testimonials are good, but I think there's more opportunity with trust factors, so I'm going to leave that one. Interior pages have a clear call to action. Clear call to action at the end of the page. Yep, we got the form. Boom, got that one. Socially connected and active on social platforms. And I think we have the connected on social platforms. Oh, it looks like it is not connected. So right now, the Facebook icon is going to a dead page on Facebook. The Google listing is going to the right place. And we're 404ing on the LinkedIn page. TikTok is going to the right spot. So you got 2 out of 2 on social. I would say there's opportunity there. So I'm going to leave that one unchecked. We definitely don't want to be going to ghosts, like basically 404 pages on the social stuff. So get those connected. That probably doesn't look great. All right, next we got 30 Google reviews or better. I know we got that because I saw it here. Nebula. heating. All right. I'm trying to pull up the Google Business Dundee, Florida. All right, so there's probably some opportunity here. It doesn't feel fully comprehensive. Last post was in November, so there's opportunity there. Let's see. We do have the questions and answers, though, which is nice. Hey, this is good. Good job on the questions and answers. And I think you could connect the other social profiles here would be positive. And then you could also use the products or services section here. Oh, excuse me. Here, I wasn't showing it. Here it is. So you got the questions, which I think is really good. And there's just some other items here that could be included. Like there's a products and sections, or products and services section that you could use, and then connecting the other social profiles here down at the bottom.
You said you got that Q&A idea from you in an email outreach.
Oh, nice. So you did the Q&As for me, and I said it was smart, so I'm glad I said it was smart. Even if this one's a little weird, can you come bring me estimates for a new unit or whatever? Answer it. Answer everything on here, because it's also, we're not just, trying to help people. We want Google to see we answer the questions about our business, right? So definitely always answer, even if it's a little bit of an interesting question. So we definitely got the 30 plus Google reviews. We got the fully fleshed out Google business profile. I think there is opportunity to get more fully fleshed out, but I'm going to give you that one. And then we're going to pull this up on some basic SEO stuff. You'll kind of probably wonder why out of 20 questions about a website, 6 are SEO. And it's important because literally most websites, even if they're pretty, are ghost towns. And that's sad. Because why pay for an expensive turd that doesn't do anything? And in this case, we do not have a lot of keywords. We do, no offense, I love you. I'm not, but there's not a lot going on in SEO. Keywords are going down. They were from 46 down to 11, so it's time to get heavy duty on this if you can. 5 best links on Ahrefs. I'm going to take a look at that. We have 1 on there, so there's one, and hopefully you're moving into some more aggressive SEO now. But we definitely need more great links. Content going out on a regular basis. Let's take a look. So basically I'm looking for that in the blog area. So if there's a blog, is there content going out regularly? It looks like there has been some, but I don't know if it's ranking. So I just think we got to be more aggressive with that content. And it looks like it kind of trailed off. So I'm trying to figure out if I should give that to you. December 3rd. November 7th. Yeah, it's basically you're going to need more than 1 blog a month. Let's see. Location landing pages for services. I'm trying to see if you have location pages. I don't think you do. So location pages would be important. I think you have 500 plus words on each of your service pages. Yep, we're going to give that one to you. And then interlinking to the pages throughout the website. Are we doing any interlinking? I don't see a lot of interlinking throughout the website. So that's an opportunity, interlinking. So out of the 20, and I'll send this over to you, but out of the 20, we missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got a 60%. So better than the last one. I will say off the top, this one looks a lot better than the last one. Sorry, Tom. This one looks a lot better than the last one. But as far as like having, I think the biggest opportunities, making those reviews more visual with the 5-star and where it was left, more customer-focused headlines, more trust factors throughout the website. Just because it's a pretty website, that is kind of an overarching trust factor, but we need more trust factors on the website. And then obviously fixing those social media links. And then the biggest opportunity here is probably SEO. So there you go. We got a 60% on that. I'll get that to Jack and he'll get it over to you. 20-point winning website audit. And any questions? Any questions here?
We did have Brad's question from earlier about first folder headline.
Oh yeah, so Brad mentioned originally, he talked about the above the fold thing. So as I kind of go into, let me just show you a few Hook Agency websites to talk through it, like what we're doing on there, because it's not, I don't just want to be roasting people's websites. The websites are good, okay? You have good websites. It's just there's always opportunity for improvement. And basically, we might be wasting money if we're not fixing some of those things. So here's an example of a client that we have, and you'll see that we're doing a lot of things above the fold. You're really trying to make it still feel clean and comfy. In this case, we got a family up here. They're enjoying their home, where we've got things like the differentiating features. We're trying to create, the differences in the form up top real quick right away. And then we're going into trust factors very quickly. So that's a good example of one. Putting trust factors up higher on the page. Here's another one. Actually, that's a case study. One second. Oh, there we go. So in this case, I think this is a really good example of above the fold where we have all these badges right away, and we've got the form right away. We've got the differences right away, and we're calling people to action. So calling people to action, to me, it's really, to make it simple, above the fold, the biggest thing is to get trust and call them to action. Because as a homeowner, I come to this website, I don't really want to dive that deep. So you have some of this content, you have it so that Google likes it, and if somebody really wants to dive in, great. But if they don't dive in, that we get all of the key things right away. So think above the fold as trust factors and badges, reviews, testimonials, and calling people to action. So those are the things I'd be thinking about the most when it comes to above the fold. Another example of a Hook Agency website, Built Right Roofing and Construction. We did this beautiful fast website. Keywords improved by over 500% in first page for 5 different cities. And he said he works with Vinny. He's an absolute master. He's an absolute wizard of his craft on PPC ads, getting him more leads. So if for some reason you want to book a call, if you haven't been talking to Hook Agency already and you're watching this, please scan this QR code. Please check out our reviews. We work with over 100 roofing and home service businesses, helping them increase their leads on a regular basis. We have very, very high standards for ourselves, and we're very clear on communication. So if you want to scan that and check it out. Custom websites, transparent Google ad management, and consistent SEO. Also, as of very recently, we're offering Google Maps SEO and local service ad management. So if any of those things appeal to you, and if you're working with us on something else and you want those things, let us know. Otherwise, just want to be useful to you guys and kind of create clarity, because I think knowing what to improve. We've made these changes based on A/B testing, analytics, and a lot of trial and error, learning from things that worked and didn't work with hundreds of home service websites. So check us out, book an intro call, and we really appreciate you. Any other questions before we get out of here? Otherwise, I just appreciate you guys being on. Thank you for hanging out. I know it was a little smaller group today, but I'll learn from that. We're during the holidays, and I hope some of the people, like I had several people message me asking for the replay, so they'll see it. But for those of you who joined live, you got your website broken down, and I hope if there's ever slim groups in these webinars, it will always be, I'll just double down on the value for the people that are in here. And yeah, thank you guys. Nice to meet you, and I would love to help you guys, so let us know. All right, bye.